Individuals participating in endurance activities like long-distance running, cycling, or hiking need plenty of energy to sustain themselves through a workout or race. Failing to fuel themselves can lead to the sensation of hitting the wall. With some trial and error, some athletes have found ways to fuel themselves while exercising to avoid the sensation, one being the use of carbohydrate gels, also known as Carbohydrate gels are liked because of the convenience they provide. These gels pack energy into a small package that can be easily carried while running or cycling and can be eaten without stopping. Anyone exercising intensely for longer than 90 minutes can use a gel. They aren't really used for shorting running events like 5Ks or 10Ks just because they aren't entirely necessary in those situations, but individuals running half marathons or anything longer may consider using a gel. Let's answer some basic questions about gels. What are they made of, how do they work, and how do they compare to other quick energy sources for athletes? The body's primary sources of energy include carbohydrates and fat. Fat is an abundant but inefficient fuel source since it takes so long to convert to usable energy, especially when running faster than 60 to 70% of your VO2 max, or aerobic threshold. Typically, the faster a person runs, the more they rely on carbohydrates as an energy source. Using a gel after depleting glycogen stores in muscles due to running for approximately 90 minutes can provide an extra energy boost to prevent hitting the wall. Gels are meant to provide a convenient means of quick energy that the body can utilize quickly. One gel packet typically contains 20 to 30 grams of carbohydrates in the form of simple sugars like glucose and fructose, the latter of which has multiple metabolic pathways so as not to interfere with the breakdown of glucose and maltodextrin, an additive in gels. Some gels may also include ingredients like apple juice and brown rice syrup, which are essentially just glucose and fructose. Aside from carbs, gels contain about 100 to 150 calories per packet. They can also include vitamins like B1 to help break the carbohydrates down and harvest energy. Some gels contain caffeine to boost alertness and mental clarity and to enhance muscle contraction. Caffeine can also serve to postpone fatigue by enhancing the body's ability to utilize fat as an energy source. Gels often contain electrolytes like sodium, potassium, and calcium to help prevent gastric issues. Sodium often serves to replace salt lost through sweat. Lastly, amino acids, especially the 3 essential branched-chain amino acids that aren't made in the body, leucine, isoleucine, and valine, are added to protect muscles from damage and preserve glycogen stores in muscle. Notice what gels generally don't contain: fat, fiber, or protein. These 3 things aren't significant sources of energy compared to carbs. The body certainly needs them, but consuming and digesting them during a long workout is not ideal when the body is seeking a quick energy source. When exercising intensely, blood flow is directed to parts of the body that need oxygen the most, like muscles, and away from other parts, like the digestive system. The decrease of blood flow to the gastrointestinal tract changes the hormones that the tract secretes, causing a decrease in its absorption ability. Without water, digesting a thick gel becomes difficult. So to properly use a gel, you must drink an adequate amount of water, around 14 ounces. Without proper hydration, cramping or stomach aches can ensue. Sports drinks are not ideal to consume alongside gels because doing so would put too much simple sugar in the body at once, causing digestive issues. If you're going to try gels for running, test different brands and flavors to see what works for you. Train with them far in advance from race day to give your body time to adjust, especially focusing on how you time your gel consumption. It's recommended to take the first one 45 to 60 minutes into the race, and then take the next one 45 to 60 minutes later, and so on. And lastly, drink enough water to prevent cramping. Some studies show that even just swishing the gel around in your mouth and then spitting it out can be helpful. The taste of the sugars in the gel can help provide some mental clarity and an energy boost for making it to the end of a race or a course when the hitting the wall sensation strikes. The potential for an upset stomach or cramping alongside the gooey texture gels have deters some runners from using them, so they use other alternatives for quick energy, including fruits or dried fruit, homemade gels, and baby food, all of which are kinder to your wallet. These alternatives all provide the same energy boost but without the potential digestive issues from using gels without water. There are also jelly beans out there similar in composition to energy gels, like these sport beans that tout benefits similar to those of gels. Energy chews also work in a similar way, and some runners may find these easier to digest than gels, but they can be slightly more bulky and harder to consume while running. Sports drinks can deliver the same benefits as energy gels, although gels can be easily eaten while running without stopping as compared to trying to sip a drink while running. Runners can hydrate at stops along a course to make sure a gel is digested correctly. The previously mentioned swishing concept with gels is also applicable to sports drinks. Runners who aren't fond of energy gels have retreated to their kitchens to find a solution, making their own homemade gels with more natural ingredients, like chia seeds and fruit. Perhaps in the future, the energy gels runners see on store shelves will more closely resemble these homemade gels.